Hello, 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 everyone. It is your girl, Nicole, coming at you one more time on this beautiful day. And we are going to get into some serious talk today about prenatal health, about postpartum health. And this is not my specialty. So, of course, we had to bring in someone that can talk about it better than me. The only thing I can tell you about is having children. And that's where it stops with me. So, for those of you who might not know who I am, my name is Lacole Smith, and I'm the CEO and founder of Motivational Talk Dialogues and Show. And as you can see, I have a beautiful guest on, Miss Stephanie Anderson. She's going to be enlightening us about what we need to do, how we need to do, helping and making sure that you're staying safe and healthy if you're having a baby, period, but especially if you're having a baby over 40. So I'm gonna turn it over to Miss Stephanie. Let her introduce herself. Tell us where you're from, Miss Stephanie, and a little bit about your business and what you do, and a little, information about how they can help themselves.
Okay, well, my name is Stephanie Anderson. I am from Fort Worth, Texas, and I am the creator and founder of Rooted in Joy Maternal Wellness. And what we do is we help women through pregnancy, postpartum, and rediscovery and motherhood, and helping them navigate those spaces, making sure that they, one, have a sacred and safe space to communicate anything that they may be going through. Also, having someone to advocate for them or advocate with them when they're experiencing appointments and all of that. Because as of late, we've heard many and many stories about maternal mortality, especially in Black women. So I just want to do my part in making sure that we have a safe space for women. I I had my first baby at 32, and then I had a second baby at 43. Last year, she's about to be 19 months. So, and in that pregnancy went well, but I experienced some complications after giving birth to her, with that also threatened my life. And in that space, and experiencing the care that I had to choose a new doctor, one that I was not familiar with, especially with my first pregnancy. But her bedside manner wasn't really great. Experiencing the complications that I had no one in there that looked like me, that really listened. So I just want to be a help to other women and let them know to pay attention to their bodies. Don't let anyone tell you how you should feel, and just speak up for themselves.
Definitely, that's some great information because a lot of times it is hard and difficult finding someone that looks like us for the help
Hmm.
with the different things that we go through. And
Hmm.
sometimes you can find great doctors that don't look like you to
Yeah.
help you, but sometimes that's a search. And
Hmm.
depending on the day of the week, it might go
Hmm.
good, it might go bad. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
That's true.
what when they're looking for a doctor, what would you tell them to look for, whether they're, of our ethnic or not? What would you tell them to look for in a doctor? Because a doctor, of any race can
Any
be
race.
a great doctor. But
Absolutely.
what would you actually tell them and inform them about,
Hmm.
like the little small things that we probably overlook when you're looking for a
Hmm.
doctor?
Absolutely. So, before becoming this prenatal and postnatal coach, I was a certified healthcare professional. I worked in perinatal care, which is high risk pregnancies, and I did that for almost 9 years. So, I've worked amongst doctors, and even prior to working in OBGYN, I've worked in other specialties. So, I've worked with doctors for a long time, and I've worked with some that were good, some that were okay, and some that were really great. So I have the experience of knowing like what a good doctor is, but mainly my main thing would be to have someone that actually listens to you. Like, I don't care if they're black, white, brown, they have to actually listen to you and pay attention to the things that you're saying. I've experienced some doctors where they say, "Oh, that patient is crazy," because whatever they're recommending, that's not something that feels comfortable for her. You know what I'm saying? Or may go against
Exactly.
whatever she believes or what she does not want in her body. So, but they, say things like, "Oh, she's a little weird. She's crazy and all that." No, this lady is paying attention to her body. She knows what she does and does not want, and you're supposed to navigate around that, and make sure she has the best care. So, really, just make sure that you have a doctor that really pays attention and listens to you. That is my main thing. That there is huge for me. So
Okay. And definitely want to make sure that your doctor is listening to you. And I like last year I went through a lot of health scares. I
yeah.
had a mild heart attack,
Mm,
and with the mild heart attack, I actually just thought I was having real bad heartburn, which is something that
hmm.
women experience more so than the actual pain of the heart attack. So you just feel
Right.
weird. So starting to pay attention to your body, because had I not sent a message to my doctor and was
Hmm.
like, look, my
Yeah.
heartburn is off the charts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
her saying, I need you to come in so we can run some tests.
Hmm.
And I'm like, run some tests, just up my medicine. I don't need no
Yeah.
test. But
Yeah.
when you do have a good doctor, they're gonna know what's right, what's
Hmm.
kind of off, even if your
Hmm.
body is telling you something that is okay. Because like me, I
Yeah.
was just like, just up my medicine, give me some more medicine, which is not what I
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's great advice when you're looking for a doctor that's caring, has compassion, has
Hmm.
empathy.
Hmm.
Um, I
And
guess
that's
my
gonna
next
try to
question.
rule out a lot of things like heartburn. It could be just something triggered from what you ate or whatever. But your doctor, gratefully and thankfully, she wanted to rule out some things. So getting those tests done, it's not gonna hurt anything, whether they come back negative or
And,
what. But if they come back positive, at least we know and we can do what needs to be done to move forward and make sure that you're healthy. So
and
that's
that's it. That's it.
mhm.
And I was fussing because I hate needles. And I knew I
Yeah.
was gonna have to get I knew I was gonna have to get
Yeah.
my blood work. So
Hmm.
I was like, just up my medicine. We're going back and forth in our little message chat. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, let me just go in because she's not giving
Yeah.
up.
Because would you rather
And
have a
thankful
needle or some other long term ailment? A little needle, 2 little minutes, that's nothing.
I hate needles. I hate them. I hate them.
Get the needle, Miss Smith. Get the needle.
And I did. Thankfully I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Um
Mhm.
at what point do you actually come into, like, at the beginning of the pregnancy? Can they see you if they're not pregnant and they are trying to get pregnant?
Mhm.
Is that someone that you would talk to as well?
Well, I mostly see women that are pregnant. They could be first trimester, second or third. It's wherever they need that coaching from or that help and support. However, I can have a client that wants to see me her whole pregnancy. Okay, I
Mm,
can have a patient or a client that wants to see me after. I keep saying patient because I'm used to the medical field, but I can have a client that wants to
exactly.
see me after her pregnancy in that postpartum stage and going through just and when we have a baby, we go through this phase of like grief of missing our old self. So they want to kind of get to know this new self and who they're becoming in that rediscovery. So it could be any phase of pregnancy and motherhood. Before pregnancy, I have not seen any clients prior to pregnancy or that's trying to get pregnant. But I wouldn't mind offering any like support or any guidance on that. But I could actually definitely get them resources that they need or refer to someone else. But most of my
Okay.
clients are pregnancy, postpartum, and thereafter.
Okay. And I hear your baby.
Yes, yes. she
But
she woke up
that's
from her
fine
little
because
try.
this one thing about my show is real life. It's real moments.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
um
Yeah.
we have lives, we have kids, we have grandkids.
Yes.
I used to
Yeah.
have a show, my grandkids would be popping in over the back of my shoulder and all kinds of things. So, um,
Hmm.
they like their moment in the sun too. You know, they
Yes,
want to
that's
be
true. They want to be seen.
want to be seen as well. So,
Hmm.
what was one of the hardest things that you dealt with during your pregnancy?
The hardest thing I dealt with during my pregnancy was, although I had support of like my husband and friends, there was still a part of me that just kind of felt unseen or misunderstood. And that's because you have all of these hormones and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So a lot of times some people may not understand it. And especially like in 40, like it's the hormones are already going crazy because you may be going through another stage of life. But
Exactly.
yeah, there was some things I feel like were understood from others. So a part of me felt a little alone, even in a room full of people, right? If that makes sense.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then also, another hardest part of my pregnancy was I was about 30 weeks and I was having contractions super early. And I'm like, oh my God, is the baby about to come? And they were like 5 minutes apart. And
Oh
so we
my
had
goodness.
to, get to the hospital, make sure that she was okay. She was. And they gave me medication to stop the contractions. But and they released me that same day. And I got home and they came right back. Like the medication didn't work. So they had to keep me again and they gave me, I think it was magnesium. And but I had a reaction from that. Yeah. So I had a
Oh,
reaction to that medication. And that was a whole thing, which shot up my blood pressure, which caused me to be pre-eclamptic and then having to be on bed rest the rest of the time. So during the
oh,
pregnancy, that yeah, that part. But after having her was really, really the hard part when I had the most complications. I had to have a C-section, and so I had her on June 11th, and I was released from the hospital on the 14th. I had a blood vessel to rupture, which caused me to bleed, and I was experiencing pain that I to this day cannot even describe. But I couldn't move, I couldn't laugh, I couldn't sit up,
mm,
I couldn't. It was just so uncomfortable. And so my husband got me to the hospital. I'm bleeding out. They're not knowing what's wrong, but
right.
apparently I was bleeding. That blood vessel had ruptured, which caused a rectus sheath hematoma in my abdomen. So it was like this big pool of blood just sitting there. And they were like, it's too, the blood is too thick for us to drain it with a needle. And having surgery would definitely be life threatening. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what your body does. If your body is gonna reabsorb all of this blood that's just sitting
Yeah.
there. So that was like a wait, and they said it would take like 2 to 3 months. But in the meantime, I still had to take it easy. I'm still in this pain. One wrong move could cause me to bleed out again, and I would not be here today. So that was very, 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 very hard. um, it caused
Right.
me to have some postpartum depression and just trying to, breastfeed and all that. It was a lot. Um, but I didn't heal from that. Oh, it took me about 4 or 5 months rather than 2 to 3. And so
Oh,
the healing process was very long. And there was no bounce back after this pregnancy. How oh, 6 weeks you're good and you can work out and lose the belly and all that. No, it took months, and I feel like I'm still on that journey of just trying to bounce back. But
yeah.
yeah, I have to give myself grace and everything. But yeah, that was very, very hard to experience.
And that's a lot to deal with. Um, the only good part about it is you have the opportunity now to tell women what some of these things might be because you
Hmm.
have experienced it, so you can help them through
Yeah.
that process.
Hmm.
Um, and I never heard of that before like that. this is new to me. Like I've never heard of
Yeah.
that actually happening to women, but I always remembered every time it came in my mind every time the doctor told me I was pregnant that you have one foot on a banana peel and the other foot in the grave. And I was
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
why do we have babies then? Like I ain't trying to die. You know?
Right.
Like, okay, you know,
Yeah.
and the first time I heard it, it was after I had my first baby, and then
Mhm.
when I got pregnant with, I had twins the second time.
Ooh.
So I'm sitting there like, why are you having more children when they,
Yeah.
they done told you this?
It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. You have no control over what your body goes through during a pregnancy. You just have to sit and grin and bear it and just pray and hope for the best because you have no control. You have no control. And that was a time in my life where I really had to just surrender. Like, okay, Stephanie, just trust and believe in God that everything's going to be okay. And I had to just really surrender and just sit back and just try it. But my pregnancy was like most of the pregnancy until that 30 weeks when I had to go in the hospital. Everything I felt good. My blood pressure was fine. Like I was
Wow.
glowing. I felt girly and just I felt really good.
Yeah,
Until it got to the end and then definitely after. But yeah,
yeah. And
yeah,
that's proof right there that no matter how good a pregnancy is going, things
mm-hmm.
can still happen.
Yes,
You
yes,
know, I know people that done went full term and the baby passed right at the end. You
yeah,
know, so
yeah,
these are things that are heartbreaking, and I know it's chances that they tell us you're gonna take, but when you make it all the way to 30 weeks and 32 weeks, 36 weeks,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
even to your 40 weeks, and you lose your baby, this is something that's very unexpected because most of the time
Yeah,
everybody says if you get through the first trimester, everything's gonna be okay. And I
no,
wish people would stop saying that because
yes,
that is not
yes.
true all the time.
It's not true. It's not true all
When
the
I
time.
was when I was pregnant with my twins, I went into I started having labor pains at I think 28 weeks or
Mm,
20 28, 28, 29 weeks along. I started having labor pains, and they was like, "Oh, that's normal because they're probably gonna come early anyway because it's
mm,
twins." So that's
yeah,
the expectation. Like they don't expect you to carry on full
go full
term.
term.
Which
Yeah.
full term with twins is 36, 30, 35, 36 weeks.
35.
That's what they
Mm-hmm.
expect, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'm having labor pains, and I go to the doctor. They like you say, they give you medicine. They
Mm-hmm.
tell you to get on bed rest, and they send you home. And that's pretty
Mm-hmm.
much what happened. Um, and then I went into labor, actual labor, where they couldn't control the contraction side. And
Yeah.
I was 37 weeks at that point, so I was grateful that I did make it to the 37 weeks. Um, but it's just touch and go. Like my mom, she had twins, and she went past 40 weeks. She was
Oh
42
wow.
weeks.
Ooh.
So well, like she was 10 days over, so almost
Okay.
42 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So you just never know,
Yeah, you never know. You
this
never
is
know.
something like you say, it's out of our control. We have
Mm-hmm.
to, you have to really lean and depend on God because at any moment your life is in jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
So with that
Yeah.
being said, and everything that you went through, what goes through your mind now because you went through the postpartum depression, dealing or have dealt with it. Um, what is your mindset now? Like, how are you keeping yourself focused so that you don't spiral back into that?
Oh, that is a absolutely good question. To keep myself focused so that I don't go back into the depression, I really just lean on like my gratitude. Like when I was going through those complications and feeling how I was mentally and physically, I just kept saying, like, God, please, if you just get me out of this, like, I just want to be here for my family, you know, and be here to raise this baby and everything. And if you just get me through this, I will put my work in. You know what I'm saying? I'll get my work done on myself and just trying to be able to be a help to somebody else, you know? So that really is what just gets me through is just being grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful that I was able to get through that because it was very, I sometimes I still like get emotional about it. Like every now and then, sometimes I can talk about it and I'm okay. And there's other times I talk about it and it just kind of like still gets to me, but and it's only because I'm just grateful to just even just still be here and have been able to make it through that and just be able to be here to talk about it, you know. So really my gratitude. Yeah, my gratitude um helps me a lot in just like I said, trying to be of service to another mom. And now I feel like I look at motherhood differently. I feel like I would see life differently. Even if I see like other moms out with babies, like I'm like, oh my God. Like you normally I'm just like, oh, you know, but now I'm like, oh, like I wonder what her story is. I wonder how she made
Right.
it through. I wonder how she's doing now. Like it hits me so much different now.
Yeah.
And so like me and my son, we were in Walmart yesterday and we saw a mom come through and she had the stroller and the little baby. I think he looked to be maybe like 2 months, and I was just like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And but on the inside, I was just like, "Oh my God!" Like I just want to hug her, and I want to hug the baby too. So my mom was like, my son was like, "Mom, there you go. Like there's your client right there. Like
Um,
there you go." Like I'm like, okay, I see what you're saying, son, but we got to get this grocery shopping out the way. I'm
yeah.
tired, but I just
And
see
you might be
my
right though. You know,
yes, now, yeah, that's true.
some
But we were rushing, and it just timing is everything. So had I had enough time, I probably would have just talked to her a little bit more. But
take
I
them business
always
cards with you and hand them over.
yeah, yeah.
You
But I do like make sure I speak or give a smile if it's not like the situation for me to say anything. I make sure I acknowledge her. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
In some type of way. But yeah, I see moms so different now. I see them so different. I'm so grateful to every mom that I know. I'm grateful to my mom even more. Like and my
Right.
grandmother's like it's the gratitude is everything for me at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's different when, like I say, when you go through something. I didn't go through something as extreme as you did, but whenever you
Mm-hmm.
go through something in a pregnancy, and now these are the clients that you have,
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like God made sure that you went through this because He knew that you were strong enough to carry it, so that you
Mm-hmm.
can help other women go through it. Because He doesn't pick everyone to have different things
Yeah.
happen to them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whatever we have, and everybody has a story. Everybody has, whether it's good, it's bad, it's ugly. Everybody has a story to tell, and
Mm-hmm.
so many times we sit on our stories, and they can be helping so many people because you'll
Yeah.
be surprised how many people actually need to talk to you. You know,
Yeah.
how
That's
many
true. I'm
people
up here fighting
are.
tears right now. But speaking of like story, like you never know who needs to hear your story. I started writing a book in what was it like
Oh,
October, and I just finished it on Christmas Eve, and it's called Forever Postpartum, and it's called that because the medical terminology for postpartum is just the period that a woman goes through after she has her baby, right? But
right.
and they give that a 6 to 12 week uh, time frame. But
Yeah.
even after that 6 to 12 weeks, we're still, I don't want to call it never really okay, but we're still never the same. Like, why does it have to end at that mark, right? Because our hormones are still going through things. We're still processing. We're still learning. We're still becoming and rediscovering ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And as these babies go through different stages of life, so are we. you know. And I feel like we're forever postpartum because we're forever evolving and changing and discovering and becoming something else as these babies grow up, whether they're in the pre-K or graduating high school and going to college. We're evolving with them. You know what I'm saying? In a different aspect or a different phase of motherhood. So in the book,
That's true.
I made up this term called soul partum, and it's the postpartum of the soul because we're these are our babies, you know, they're a part of our fiber, you know. So I feel like it just hits different. It's such a deeper level. It's so much more than the surface of just this 6 to 12 weeks that these doctors put on this calendar. Like, oh, you're good to go back to doing whatever you're doing. You're good to go back to whoever you were before. But who I was before is not who I am now. You know, like there may be remnants of that person there, but I'm still different, and I have to rediscover who this person is as just myself and as a mom and kind of make these two worlds kind of come together. You feel me? And we still
Yes,
have to grow and learn
yeah,
through that. So, yeah, I just finished the book. I still have to get some things edited and all of that. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on that. But
yeah.
it's called Forever
Definitely,
Postpartum.
definitely look forward to reading the book and seeing how you grow from basically this point to after you're a published author, and all of the things that you're gonna do and how many people you're gonna help, how many people are out there right now hurting
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
feel like nobody's listening to them. Um,
There's so
like
many.
you said,
Yes.
they're telling them, okay, this is normal, and it's really not. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it might be their sense of normal, but it's not normal for that person because they never felt like that before. They've
Right.
never been through that before. So, you know, as um as a coach, how do you help them understand that just because the doctor's saying it's normal, it's not normal for them? How you get them to separate those two things and like really explain to you what's going on with them?
Well, one, you have to, I always encourage anybody, client or not, to just pay attention to your body and how you feel.
Yeah.
There are men doctors out there, they are great, some of them. However, you know, that man does not know how a woman's body can feel. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you can just paying attention to your body and just and constantly speaking up for yourself and being an advocate, even if you have to bring someone with you. Okay, let them call you crazy. Oh well, oh well.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking up, definitely, and also just if you have to get second opinions or get a doula or get a coach or someone to come with you, that's fine. Also, get with someone, a coach, a doula, anybody that can help you to know to ask the right questions. Okay, being able to ask the right questions if there's something you don't understand, even if you have to go home and research it or whatever. Come back and ask the right questions or let the doctor know, okay, look, I don't understand that. Just keep speaking.
Yeah.
Your voice is all that you have. Your voice is so important. Even if your voice trembles, speak anyway. Okay? So that's definitely important for sure.
And everybody that knows me knows that my thing is, um, that's one of the things that I say your voice is important. That's one of the things
Mhm.
that I always say speak loudly because your
Mhm.
voice is important. So that's one of the things that I focus on. That's one of the things um that I stand on with my show, with the people that I work with, because
Mhm.
a lot of us, and I think I'm more so on top of that because my youngest daughter is hearing impaired because they don't like you to say deaf. So she's hearing impaired,
Okay.
and well, actually, they like you to say deaf instead of hearing impaired.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but she's nonverbal. She can say a few little things, like if she puts her hand on your throat, she can kind of mimic you. but
Okay.
she doesn't have a voice all the time. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm around here and I'm looking at people and they're mumbling and they're talking under their breath all the time. Like, use your voice, like,
Mm-hmm.
be heard. So many
Yeah.
people cannot speak and they want to open your
Mm-hmm.
mouth. All you gotta
Yeah.
do is open your mouth and speak. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, how can someone get in contact with you if they want to utilize your services? And the other part of that question is, do you actually go to appointments if they need to go?
If okay, well, we start with the first one. To reach me, I am on all social media platforms as I am rooted in joy, and joy is spelled JOI after my daughter's middle name, and it also stands for Journey of Intention. So I am rooted in joy on all social media platforms, and then our website is www.rootedinjoy.com. We have free consultations, and you can start there, and I can just discuss some things with you, and we can see how I could be of service and what it is that you're actually needing. Um, and then what was your other question?
The next
Sorry.
question, the next question was, if they're your client and they
Uh,
want you to go to an appointment
oh,
with
to an
them,
appointment.
is that something that
Yes,
you do?
yes,
Okay.
I can go to appointments with you, or if you just need help with what specific questions to ask, that's fine too. Yes, we can definitely arrange that. Sorry, I had a brain part.
Yeah, that does happen, and I do understand. So I know that's one of the things that you go through that again is different
Yeah.
because after you have a
Yes.
baby, sometimes you just go blank.
Yeah.
Um, and it does not go away sometime in 6 to 12 weeks either. So
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Forever postpartum, see?
forever postpartum, that's
Hmm.
definitely it. Um, so I guess I want to end with you leaving them with a positive message that, okay, before I go there, this is a question I ask all my guests.
Okay.
If you had an opportunity to go
Hmm.
back and talk to your younger self and you
Hmm.
only had 30 seconds,
Hmm.
what would you tell them?
Younger self. I would tell younger Stephanie Nicole that your voice again is very powerful. So use it. Um, Everything that you need is already within you. So just go within because God is there. Um, and then you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid. Just have audacity. Everyone has audacity to be rude, do what they want to do, say what they want to say, but use your audacity for the things that you want to do and create and leave your mark on this world. And you'll be just
Oh, I
fine.
love it. I love it.
Thank you.
uh, and I would like you to leave the audience with an inspirational message, just to kind of uplift their spirits or, help them through whatever they might be going through, dealing with the pregnancy that they're in.
Well, okay, so to mothers who are pregnant, I can't say it enough to just pay attention to your body, even women who have just given birth, because there are still changes going on there. So pay
That's true.
attention to your body. I cannot express that enough. It should be tattooed on my forehead. To pay attention to your body. Always speak up. And then just take everything like day by day. I know that it can be scary. There's a lot of unknown factors that come into play, but even in the midst of all of that, it's still beautiful. It's still it's still beautiful. It's still a miracle that that your body is able to do this. Trust your body, okay?
Yeah.
Listen to it, trust it, because it's gonna do exactly what it's supposed to do. Um, and like I would tell my younger self, just go within. God is there. Like God is in this whole thing, okay? So just trust your body, listen to it, and just
Yeah.
enjoy. try to enjoy the pregnancy as much as you can. Postpartum moms, pay attention to your thoughts. Okay, fuel your body, rest. People say rest when the baby sleeps, and sometimes that's the case, sometimes it's not. But even if you have to pick and choose your days and times, if the baby naps 3 times a day, okay, like on that longer nap, I'm gonna take a nap too. But those shorter naps, then I'll get this and that done. There's ways to kind of navigate this, and I can help you through that if you need me to. I am here. um,
Yes,
but just enjoy, take it day by day, sometimes moment by moment, and just pay attention and listen to your body. You don't have to freak out about it either. But
definitely.
enjoy the beautiful process of it. It's still a beautiful process. Sit back and be dainty and be girly and let the people do things for you because I miss that part. I ain't gonna lie. I miss that part. But just sit back and enjoy it and be in your feminine energy, and everything that's supposed to happen will all come together. And
Yes,
if you need
yes,
me, I am
yes.
here. Yeah.
Definitely. If there's anyone out there that you don't know what's going on,
Mhm.
you don't know how you're supposed to feel, you don't know what to think, you don't know what to do, you feel like you're not getting the answers that you need. She's
Mhm.
offering free consultations, so you're not
Yeah.
losing anything but some time that will
Mhm.
probably help you. So
Yes.
take advantage of the free consultations. Take advantage of those and talk to Miss Stephanie and make sure that you're taking care of yourself because we're the only self that we have and we got
Yeah.
to take care of it. You know, everybody
Exactly.
say self care, self care, self care, but sometimes self care is using your voice. You know,
Mhm.
it's not just about getting a facial. It's not just
Right.
about getting your nails and your feet done, getting your hair done.
Mhm.
Self care is using your voice when your
Mhm.
body might seem like it's failing you.
Yeah.
Self care is going to the doctor and getting your blood work done, even when you
Mhm.
don't like needles. So
Yeah.
all of these are self care tactics. We have to
Yeah.
make sure we're utilizing them. We have to make sure we're um, comfortable with the person that we are and the person that we're becoming. So
Mhm.
I love the fact that you call your book what it is
Forever,
becoming what
forever
is it?
postpartum.
Forever
Forever
postpartum.
postpartum.
I remember the postpartum part. Forever postpartum because once you have a baby, you really are.
Mhm.
You are forever
Yeah.
postpartum because it's an ongoing cycle. It's an
It is.
ongoing,
It is.
and I can't wait to read it. It might help me understand some of the things that I was thinking when I was pregnant and wish I had
Mhm.
somebody to tell
Yeah.
me, hey, this is normal, this is not normal, you know,
Mhm.
I need you to do X, Y, Z, stuff like that. So I think your book is gonna help so many people
Thank
and
you. Mhm.
I can't wait till it's all done and finished. So again, thank you so much, Miss Stephanie,
Thank
for coming
you.
on and being my guest. I look
Thank you
forward
for
to
having
having you
me.
on the. Oh, you're welcome. I look forward to having you on the show again. And um, next time you probably on, we'll be talking more about postpartum. We'll be talking about your book, I hope,
Yeah.
and just helping a lot of people get through the things that they need to get through. And I'm
Absolutely.
glad that you chose this platform um, to talk about what women need to get through these things because sometimes they just don't know. They just
Yeah.
don't have the answer. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. This was my pleasure, and
oh,
I can't wait to come back again. And so we'll be talking about the book. Mhm.
definitely, we will be talking about the book. So,
Mhm.
for all of you who tuned in, I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm so grateful that you had an opportunity to hear about this. If you know that this will help someone, tag them under the live so that they can know that this is somebody that can help them. They can know that this is someone they can talk to, and you can get a free consultation that you need so that you can get the
Mhm.
answers you need.
Yes.
Stop sitting on information because everybody's not going to just come across it. Sometimes we have to actually tag them in it, give it to them, put it in
Mhm.
their inbox, whatever it is that you need to do. Um, Send it to anybody that you know that's pregnant, whether they're going through something or not. Go ahead and send it to them because they might need it at
Mhm.
any given time. And if they don't
Anytime.
need it, they might later know somebody else that need it. So
Mhm.
let's learn to share, 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 and get other people involved, making sure that we're helping the people around us, putting them in the right places, putting them in the right rooms that they need to be in. That is
Mhm.
very important. So
Super.
definitely, this has been a great interview. I'm so glad I had you on, Miss Stephanie.
Thank
Um,
you.
I appreciate you taking time out of your day to educate us about these things because it was very important. And I actually learned something too as well. So
Mhm.
this has been a wonderful show. And for those who know what I say, your voice is important. Speak loudly. So make sure you're utilizing your voice at all times. Y'all have a great one, and I'll see you on the next interview. Bye bye.
Mhm.